more details about the factory explosion.
Give me the details about the factory explosion.
The owner of the Hawkins Steelworks reported an explosion at his factory that killed 2 of his workers. He says he's been getting several threatening letters about his current project.
And so he suspects someone has sabotaged the operation?
Yes, likely the Redites.
The Deadites,
You think Parsons will be interested?
Let's go with that one.
Sounds good. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'll send out the report as soon as we're done talking.
Nice. Charles Harris.
Any updates on the Harris baby?
He's back home and doing well thanks to you.
Awesome.
I'm glad to hear it.
You did an impressive job. I admit I was a bit concerned about how you'd fare after months of taking it easy. But I suppose detective work is like riding a bicycle.
It's a guaranteed way to end up with a broken arm.
Shut up, Bill. Mass murderer.
I see the Gazette has caught wind of this supposed mass murderer.
Yes, Snelling has been positively fuming about it. Between that and the Lathan case being publicized on the same day, it's been a nightmare for the department.
Any idea how they got the information?
I don't think anyone in the department has spoken to the press. Maybe they just have some very good reporters.
So is it serious?
No.
Should we be concerned?
3 murders is nothing to sneeze at, but all the victims have been men in Chumley. If that changes, then things might start getting urgent.
Isn't that just the way of things? You can bet they'd have already caught the bastard if the first body had turned up in Lyon.
Review the case.
Have a moment to go over my current case?
I'm afraid you're on your own this time, Fordham. The walls have ears around here. If they find out I'm helping you, it won't end well for either of us.
Understood.
Understood.
I'll still be here when you've solved it, though.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it, then.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and save in working. Is there anything here?
I don't think I've ever seen anyone reading those books. I'm half convinced they're purely decorative.
Yes.
The old Jack and Stars. Sure was nice when that sign didn't apply to us.
Yeah, no unauthorized persons beyond this point.
Prime Minister Atwood watching over the department with his signature scowl.
And we're good. Let's go. Let's go try to get Parsons away from the scene. Gascon's Supper Club. Police station. Police station. Okay, let's go over here and talk to this jackass.
Damn, looks like Parsons didn't take the bait. He must not have considered that case enough to prove himself to Snelling.
Crap.
Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Parsons.
Unfortunately, Parsons didn't take the bait.
Nothing worse than a picky investigator. I wish more people were like you.
Thank you?
Thank you.
All right, these are the, as of yet, unassigned crimes. The body of a young man was found in the Hodgman River by the Gascon docks this morning. A woman in Chumley reported hearing a single gunshot in her neighbor's apartment last night. And that's it for right now. Any of those strike your fancy?
The Chumley gunshot.
Let's hear about the gunshot.
Ethel Williamson reported hearing a sound she described as a single gunshot coming from her neighbor's apartment last night. She said she had been hearing arguments over the past several weeks, and there may have been domestic violence involved.
Okay.
When she knocked on the door, she got no answer, but she said she noticed the distinct smell of flowers.
Intriguing.
Do you think Parsons will be interested?
Let's go with that one.
Sounds good. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'll send out the report as soon as we're done talking.
Nice.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it then.
Okay. Let's see if Parsons took the bait. Because we got to the Gascon Stripper Club. It's a supper club, but I'm gonna start calling it the Stripper Club. Police station and the ashes. Oh, he took the bait.
Looks like Parsons took the bait.
Yeah.
Now maybe we can finally have a look around the crime scene.
Nice. Okay, let's just save. Let's talk to this guy.
Begging your pardon, officer.
Yes, what is it, sir?
Okay, now we're alone.
Do you enjoy working with Officer Parsons?
If I'm being honest, he can be a bit much sometimes.
Yes.
Trust me, you're not the only one who feels that way. I didn't have much interaction with him when I was a detective. The few times I did weren't very pleasant.
I could tell he doesn't seem to care much for you. Although I don't think he cares much for anyone except the chief. And that's only because he's the one who gives out the promotions.
Chief Smellings.
What was Chief Snelling doing here?
He was inspecting the crime scene.
Yes, but why was he involved? Is there something special about it that would require the chief of police to look into it?
Well, someone thought it might be related to the big case we're not supposed to talk about.
You mean the mass murderer?
Yes, sir. I could see why the chief is upset that the news has gotten out.
And is it related?
No, I don't believe so. But the news reports have been getting the public on edge.
Of course. The less information there is, the easier it is for rumors to start spreading.
Exactly. Chief Snelling has a lot of fires to put out.
If that's the case, it's too bad he didn't get to Miss Lathan in time.
Okay, what about Desiree Lathan?
Is there anything you can tell me about Desiree Lathan?
I couldn't really say.
Come now, I'm trying to help this investigation. Any small detail would be useful.
Well, I haven't really looked over the crime scene too much. It's rather gruesome, you see.
Is the body still here?
Yes, what's left of it at any rate. Miss Lathan was only identified by the tattoo on her foot.
I see.
Let me go into the crime scene, bro.
Has there been much progress here?
Snelling and Parsons examined the scene, that's all I know.
Do you think I might have a look, now that the initial investigation's been conducted?
I'm afraid that's out of the question, sir. I have my orders.
There may be something that was overlooked.
Officer Kane, I'm trying to aid this investigation. There may have been something overlooked by the others.
If Parsons were to catch you, my career would be over.
Trust me, he won't be back for some time. I swear on my honor as a former member of the New Bretagne police.
Come on.
All right. I suppose you can go in for a moment, but please be quick about it.
Okay.
Thank you, Officer
Thank
Kane.
you.
I promise this will stay between us.
I just love rookie officers. They're so gullible.
Shut up,
I
Bill.
once got one to shine my shoes for a week after convincing him it was department policy. Good times.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Bad person,
Not
Bill.
a problem.
Okay, good. We're gonna quickly save as well. So, bookcase.
Judging by these books, Miss Lathan was quite the fan of poetry. Let's just hope her taste was better than Madame Dupre's. Judging by these books, let's just hope her taste... Definitely too young to be Miss Lathan. Perhaps a relative?
Maybe.
You have to hand it to her. Miss Lathan certainly had a unique taste in fashion.
Unique.
Bet you could see her coming a mile away.
Maybe. We already read this. Okay, let's go inside. Gonna be gruesome. Whoa!
That's certainly a pungent aroma. I can see why the officer stuck to the living room.
Surprisingly modest quarters for a grande dame. You'd never guess she could buy out the likes of you and me 1,000 times over.
Look at this. Burned remains, ash pile. Okay, let's start the investigation. Nothing here on the floor? No. Fireplace,
As
painting.
much as I like this painting, this isn't the time for art appreciation.
Okay, what about the fireplace?
Doesn't look as though this fireplace has been used in a long time. I suppose we can rule it out as the source.
Okay, what about the waste bin?
Some crumpled up letters. They look to be of the romantic variety.
Romantic?
They're from the same person. One Peter Andrews.
It's always sad to see a case of unrequited love. I'm thinking we should find out who this Peter Andrews is.
Yeah.
Good idea. Now, are you finally willing to admit that looking through rubbish does yield results sometimes?
Fine, you win. But I don't think I envy your prize.
Okay. We got one from July and one from September. I offer you my heart, though I'm sadly unable to offer you my hand. Oh, that circumstances were different. This is a married man? Why must life and love both be so cruel? I must continue to love and admire you from afar. I can only hope these feelings are mutual. Once again, I must declare my love for you, though you have not yet responded to any of my letters. I maintain hope that you care for me as I do for you. Remain ever faithful, call upon me, and I will rush to your side. We will embrace as Mr. and Mrs. Andrews at long last. What? It said I am sadly unable. So this guy divorced between July and September? Yeah, you got the letters over here. Investigate the Gascon stripper club and investigate Desiree's late-night apartment. And eventually we need to investigate this Andrews character.
It looks as though Miss Lathan was in the middle of writing something.
It's an article for Brentwell magazine.
Igniting the fires within by
Igniting the
Desiree.
fires within.
Yeah.
A bit on the nose, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Classic Brentwell. They have a reputation for making their writers go to extremes for their articles, all for the sake of entertainment.
Perhaps we should pay their offices a visit, see exactly what it was Miss Lathan was doing for them.
Indeed. We're all familiar with the idea of an inner fire, a term usually applied to our sense of passion or determination. But what if that inner fire was of a more physical nature? This is to say, each of us have the capability to light a real fire within our bodies. Oh, spontaneous combustion. These are the offices of Brentwell magazine. I'm guessing it's like the National Enquirer.
That's a nice portrait of Miss Lathan. Too bad it was damaged by the fire. The area where the artist's signature should be has been singed and is unreadable. Too bad.
But the date is still legible. It's from this year.
That's a nice portrait. The area...
But the date is...
Maybe the artist is this Andrew guy?
Ashes to ashes and all that. I'm glad I was buried. Cremation always seemed a bit too hot to handle.
Now's not the time for jokes, Bill.
Are you serious? Death is the best time for jokes. Otherwise, it's all just a bunch of boo-hoo-hoo this and wah-wah-wah that. And trust me, there's plenty of that in life. Hell, you'd know better than anyone.
All right. Just shut it for a bit while I look over the crime scene, would you? I need to concentrate.
Left leg, right leg, hand. The left hand is missing. Skull.
Alas, poor Desiree, a woman of infinite riches, of tastes most fancy. Where's all your money now? Come to think of it, that question might be worth answering.
Interesting.
Ugh, greasy, fetid, stinking ashes. Who knew the human body was capable of producing such a disgusting byproduct?
I'm surprised the coroner hasn't taken the body away yet.
Probably because there isn't much of a body left to take. Either that or Dr. Edwards knows better than to deal with something like this.
That's extremely unlike him. He'd jump at the chance to examine this body. Perhaps we should allow him the pleasure.
I hope you're not suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
Go talk to that guy?
I don't think Desiree will be able to give us a hand with this investigation.
Hashtag fun.
Bill?
What? I thought it was funny. There's a tattoo on her ankle. It says, "Dancing Through Life." Hate to break it to her, but that dance is over. This one's clean. Well, aside from the fact that the rest of the leg is burned off.
It's a very hot fire, but the bed is not burned. This is so weird. So the skull, the ashes, the hand, the right leg, the left leg, and the left hand. The right hand is here. The left hand is not here. Maybe whoever burned... I'm thinking this is a homicide, and someone took the hand, because it's missing, you see? What about the ashes?
Odd. Another pile of ashes under the bed. Looks as though whatever she kept underneath got burned too. Or it could be that whatever was under the bed is what caught fire in the first place. Although, there's no evidence of what started it. All that's left is a small piece of cloth. Might as well take it.
Yeah, let's just take the evidence.
The cloth appears to have some oily residue on it. Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a letter in here.
Dear Miss Lathan, this
This
letter
just
is...
keeps getting more and more interesting. The law firm of Usher and Price isn't too far from here. I think it's definitely worth paying him a little visit.
Yeah. This letter is to inform you that we have received your request to make changes to your beneficiary as indicated in your last will and testament. Please come to the law offices so we might renew the document and make necessary edits. Review the... Okay. Jonas Usher. Speak with attorney Jonas Usher. So she's changing. Yep. She was murdered. Most likely, I got 2 suspects. Maybe the artist was obsessed with her, and is the one from the maybe the letters, and also whoever we did the New Testament.
Looks like this one barely managed to survive. Pity. It looked like a nice work of art.
Yeah. The last will, the last will, and testament. Maybe there's a new beneficiary, and that's why she was killed. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. Burned remains, the nightstand. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and save real quick. And leave. I think we got everything we need.
Was there someone else in the room just now? I thought I heard you talking.
I was talking to myself.
Oh, no. It's just sometimes I think aloud when investigating crime scenes.
I see.
Yeah.
Good save. We don't need any more police officers thinking you're insane.
Okay, thank you, man. You're a real one. Let me check something. Burned cloth. The burned remains of a piece of cloth. It appears to have traces of some oily residue on it. Okay, see you later. No, I'm not going to... Oh, Jesus. I left. Let's see if we can talk to... if we got
Nothing new
anything
to ask
left.
him about right now.
Oh, okay, we're good. We leave. So, we got the law firm, police station, the strip club, and the magazine. Let's go. The magazine is over here in Chumley. Let's go to the Gascon Stripper Club. There's a woman there. Tankard.
Nobody's bothered clearing this table yet, it seems.
Yes.
The bridge to Lyon overlooking the House of Parliament. I suppose that seeing that helps the patrons of this club put on airs.
Uh-huh. Yep, a little bit.
That painting depicts a hand dropping a bunch of blood-soaked silver coins into another hand. Definitely sets the bar for the type of people who come here, I'd say.
Hmm. Some bottles.
These are all high-end foo-foo liqueurs and cordials. You couldn't pay me to drink that rubbish.
Yeah, you drink that beer, I remember. Okay, let's talk to this woman.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, well, hello there, handsome. I've never seen you around here before. Care to join me for a drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. Sorry, need to keep a clear head while I'm on duty.
Thank you, but I'm on duty.
On duty? What are you, a cop?
Private
Force of
investigator.
habit. I'm a private investigator, actually.
Oh, not much better, if you ask me.
Sorry,
The name's Miles Fordham, and you are?
Charlotte Robineau.
Charlotte.
Pleasure. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I suppose not. It would help pass the time.
She's a little bit drunk. You see, this is Charlotte. What about Grand Dame's ball?
Were you here for the Grand Dame's ball the other night?
Of course, we all were. Well, except for Laura. Terrible business.
You mean Laura Dupre?
The very same. Have you met?
I have. In fact, I investigated her attempted murder.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I heard she ended up in jail for torturing her servants.
Yeah, she's not a nice
Yes,
person.
it was quite disturbing.
I didn't think Laura was capable of such a thing. She always seemed so kind.
There it goes to show
I
you.
guess we all have our dark secrets.
Does that apply to you as well, Miss Robineau?
If I told you, then it would no longer be a secret, would it?
Fair point.
Yeah, this lady's sassy. What about the Lathan lady?
Do you know Desiree Lathan?
I knew her, yes.
When did you last speak to her?
Oh, it's been ages. She and I haven't had much to do with each other for a while.
Why is that?
It's really not important. We just didn't see eye to eye on a few things.
Was she at the Grand Dame's ball?
Yes, she was. Drinking up a storm as usual. Desi really knew how to enjoy herself.
How much did she drink?
Oh, I don't know. She used to outmatch me, and I can handle quite a bit.
What about her death?
What can you tell me about Desiree's death?
Just what I've read in the papers. She burned to death. It's horrible. She certainly didn't deserve to die in such a gruesome way.
Gruesome.
Did she have any enemies? Anyone who might have wanted to do her harm?
No. Everyone loved her.
Except you?
Mr. Fordham, I said we haven't had much to do with each other. That doesn't mean I didn't care for her. Now please, let's drop the subject.
What about yourself?
Tell me a little about yourself.
Why, Mr. Fordham, I hardly know you. Well, that said, I'm always open to making new friends.
Yeah, see? Sassy.
Ooh, watch out, Miles. I think she's getting ready to pounce.
Yeah. Compliment her. You have the most radiant smile.
Can I just say you've got the most radiant smile I've ever seen?
Oh, why, that's very sweet of you, Mr. Fordham.
It's true. Not many women your age still have all their teeth
Oh, crap.
intact.
You screwed
I
up.
beg your pardon.
You screwed
I
up,
didn't
bro.
know you were such a master of the high kick, Miles. You got your foot in your mouth in record time.
I just meant... You know what? Never mind. Is the name Peter Andrews familiar to you?
Peter Andrews? Is he still around?
I'd be able to tell you that if you told me who he is.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
who
desperate. That's who he is. A lovesick fool who is obsessed with Desi. Sent her love letters all of the time.
Well, you know where I can find him?
Why would you want to?
Because I want to question him about Miss Lathan's death.
it is. Yes.
I suppose that makes some sense. All I remember Desi telling me is that he worked at the Bank of Vespuccia, a clerk or some such. Imagine.
Yeah, imagine.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Okay, we got some information. I'm gonna compliment you again. Greatly admire your fashion sense.
You've really got a great sense of fashion and style. All the other grand dames must be jealous.
Oh, you.
And compliment her again. Your hair is quite lovely.
I must compliment you on your lovely hairstyle.
Oh, how sweet of you to say. Though it is getting a bit ragged. I'm having it done this afternoon, in fact. My girl Adelaide is a treasure.
You don't say. Well, she must be talented to improve on near perfection.
Oh, such a flattering tongue, Mr. Fordham.
Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your drink.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Nice. Okay, we screwed up one
I
time.
may have more questions for you later.
I can scarcely contain my excitement.
I may have more...
I can scarce...
Okay. She can scarcely contain the excitement. Let's go with working 2 over here. So she's going to visit Addie. So we went to the strip club. Can we go talk to Addie about this lady?
Honey, I'm home.
It's good to have you back.
Hello. Let's talk to her about this lady.
Addie?
What is it, Miles?
Charlotte Robineau.
You've got an appointment with Charlotte Robineau later today, don't you?
Are you using your detecting skills on me now?
I spoke with her at
Sorry.
the Gascon Supper Club, and she mentioned you. Turns out she knew Desiree Lathan.
Makes sense. That social circle is tiny.
She wasn't very forthcoming, though. Do you think you might try and persuade her to talk?
Persuasion shouldn't be necessary. She usually just sits in the chair and starts gossiping up a storm.
Nice.
I think I know more about all the Gascon Grand Dames than anyone should.
That's good. That's very good.
Here's what I want to know. Not quite ready.
I think there's a few more things I need to clear up before I'm ready.
Okay, just let me know when you are.
Okay. What about yourself?
What have you been up to lately?
Nothing particularly exciting. My usual clients have been scheduling appointments, and I've been trying to get some new ones as well. In my free time, I've been catching up on my reading.
Nice.
Anything good?
Yes, the conclusion to the dissembling mechanism was just published in Brentwell magazine last week.
What's that?
James Penstroke's latest serial. I wanted to read it to you, but you haven't been around much lately.
Perhaps I'll take a
Sorry.
look now that I can actually concentrate again.
Yes, you could read it to me. I wouldn't mind hearing it again. It would certainly be a nicer way to spend your time than going out drinking.
Okay, sorry.
Addie, please know that I'm deeply sorry for my behavior last night. I'll do everything I can to make it up to you. Would you like me to get some new begonias?
I don't need pretty flowers or pretty words, Miles. I just want things to go back to how they were. That's really all the apology I require.
Okay. So, let's just end
I'll let
here.
you get back to your book.
Let's just go over here.
I'm heading out for now.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff. We got the Bank of Vespuccia, we got the Brandwell magazine, the Usher and Price. Oh, let's go to the Usher and Price.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the law offices of Usher and Price. May I help you?
Hello, how are you?
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator, and I'm looking for Jonas Usher.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but Mr. Usher is not seeing anyone today. If it's a matter of urgent legal importance, you could see Mr. Price.
This sounds suspicious. What do we have over here? There's nothing here.
The plaque says it's a portrait of Thomas Usher. Looks like a real go-getter.
He's, hiding a gun or something. Pneumatic tube. Pipe.
That pipe really clashes with the rest of the decor in here. Seems like they've got some kind of modern message delivery service in here. Of all the things to spend your money on.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Begging your pardon, sir.
Yes?
Why isn't Mr. Usher seeing anyone today?
If I may ask, what is the reason for Mr. Usher's refusal to see anyone today?
He has a rather important trial starting tomorrow, and doesn't want to run the risk of falling ill.
That sounds like
Ill?
the bullcrap.
Mr. Usher is very particular about his health. Very particular.
I see.
I need to speak to Mr. Usher about Desiree Lathan.
Sir, it is of the utmost importance that I speak with Mr. Usher.
And as I said, he isn't taking visitors today.
But it's in regards to his client, Desiree Lathan. Or should I say, former client.
Miss Lathan found another attorney?
She's dead.
No, I'm sorry to be the one to have to inform you, but she's dead.
Dead? I had no idea.
Yes, F
No?
for her.
It was in today's newspaper.
I haven't read it yet. Mr. Usher forbids it in the office.
But surely he's read it. Just because he forbids you reading the paper in the office.
No, I mean he forbids the presence of newspapers in the office. He fears they bring in outside germs.
I see.
In any case, if what you say is true, I'll need some sort of proof.
I suppose just bringing in a copy of the newspaper is out of the question then. We'll have to find another way.
I have a document from Mr. Usher.
Perhaps Mr. Usher will see me when he sees this.
Oh, what's that?
A letter from him to Desiree Lathan.
A letter from Mr. Usher to his client, Desiree Lathan.
What? That's private correspondence. How did you get that?
It was evidence I found at a crime scene.
And how is it relevant?
The crime scene in question was Miss Lathan's own bedroom, where she was found burned to death.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Fordham. I can assure you that Mr. Usher deals primarily with facts. Right now, the only fact this letter proves to me is that you somehow rummaged through Miss Lathan's possessions and acquired it.
He does have a point. We'll need something a bit more persuasive.
I actually don't have anything.
I actually don't have anything to show.
Right. Please stop wasting my time then. I'm very
Can we
busy.
take like a picture of the... Okay, thanks
I appreciate your time.
Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
On the dark roads of Montana, there's a shadow in the dirt. The whisper of a mountaineer in a ragged flannel shirt. He walks the stony hillsides with his mandolin in hand. But but you'll never see his face around this long forgotten land.